Leadership at the transcendent level is not about authority, visibility, reputation, or strategy. It is not about directing others or positioning yourself as a figure to be followed. It is not even about teaching in the conventional sense. In the transcendent state, leadership is frequency. You lead not by telling people what to do, but by holding a level of consciousness that others naturally rise toward. Your inner world becomes the organizing force for the field around you. Presence becomes leadership. Clarity becomes direction. Coherence becomes authority. In this form of leadership, nothing is pushed outward. Everything is pulled upward. You do not lead horizontally through willpower, persuasion, hierarchy, or influence. You lead vertically through consciousness. When your awareness expands, your field becomes a stabilizing force. People feel this. They sense your groundedness. They sense your clarity. They sense your integrity. They trust your resonance, not your resume. Leadership becomes the natural byproduct of your state. You do not need to announce your leadership, claim it, or defend it. It arises because others recognize the stability you hold. The field organizes around the one who is most coherent. This is why manipulation, dominance, and forced collapse at higher levels of consciousness. They contain internal contradiction. Coherence cannot be faked. Presence cannot be fabricated. Alignment cannot be performed. People follow coherence, not charisma. Charisma stimulates the nervous system. Coherence regulates it. And regulation is what people are unconsciously seeking. At lower levels, people follow those who seem confident. At higher levels, people follow those who create clarity. This clarity does not come from knowledge, it comes from awareness. When someone's consciousness is integrated, their field becomes a mirror that shows others their own truth. They do not tell people what to think. They reveal where people are out of alignment. They illuminate, not dictate. They clarify, not control. They awaken, not convince. This is vertical leadership, leadership through frequency. In vertical leadership, your impact is not limited by your reach. It is amplified by your depth. A single person rooted in truth can influence an entire community. A single person in alignment can stabilize an entire group. A single person in coherence can elevate an entire field. Depth creates width. Being creates impact. Frequency creates influence. At this level, you are not leading people. You are leading the energetic field they inhabit. When you enter a space, the field shifts because of the state you carry. Tension dissolves. Noise quiets. Truth sharpens. This is not mystical. It is nervous system entrainment. When someone with a regulated system enters a dysregulated field, coherence replaces chaos. Leadership becomes biological before it becomes conceptual. This is why the most powerful leaders do not need to speak often. Their presence communicates what words cannot. When your presence is grounded, others ground. When your presence is clear, others find clarity. When your presence is calm, others soften. When you lead through frequency, your leadership is effortless. True leadership is not in the volume of your voice. It is in the quality of your consciousness. The transcendent leader does not impose direction. They reveal direction. They move in subtle alignment with the moment, not with predetermined plans. They listen more than they speak. They observe more than they direct. They respond from clarity rather than react from fear. Because their inner world is coherent, their decisions are not tinted by ego, insecurity, or emotional reactivity. They act from truth, not from impulse. This subtlety makes their leadership appear paradoxical to those in lower states. They appear effortless, yet they are effective. They appear passive, yet they move mountains. They appear quiet, yet they shift entire ecosystems. Their leadership is invisible until its impact becomes undeniable. At the transcendent level, leadership is not something you try to embody. It is something that flows through you. Your job is to stay clear, stay grounded, stay aligned, and stay honest. The field handles the rest. You lead not through effort, but through frequency. Not through pressure, but through presence. Not through control, but through coherence. This is how you lead the field, not as a performer, but as a point of clarity. Not as an authority, but as a signal. Not as a personality, but as consciousness itself.